Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shadowwraith and today I'm going to be doing a faction review of the Easterlings. Absolutely stunning looking faction. I love them, I love their lore, and they look awesome on the tabletop with their pike blocks and things like that. But this is me going over basically all their units, all the heroes, and then at the end I'll have a competitive chat about them, how competitive they can be, and I've even got a list of someone who did quite well with them at an event. So, first things first, army composition. What can they bring? Well, they can bring Khamûl the Easterling, Amdor, Lord of Blades, Easterling Dragon Knights, Easterling Captains, Easterling War Priests, Easterling Warriors, and Easterling Catapharax. So, a small roster, but a good enough one. The army bonus is no quarter, we asked. Easterling models receive +1 to their courage when their force is broken. Additionally, once per game, in scenarios in which a dice is rolled to see when the game ends, so long as there is at least one Easterling hero alive on the battlefield, which has been changed by an FAQ, because people were just bringing like one Easterling hero just to have that. I do believe now you have to have 25% of your force be Easterlings on the battlefield, so whatever's left, 25% of it has to be Easterlings. I'm pretty sure that's how it works now. Well, basically you get to re-roll that dice to see if the game continues or not, which can really clutch you the game. If you get to a position where you've got the objectives, if the game ends now, you have won, and he rolls and the game continues, you can say re-roll that, and you can hope for the 1 or 2 so the game ends and you win the game. Then we got the big lad himself, Amdur, Lord of Blades. Fantastic hero. He's 130 points. And what do you get for that? Well, you get move 6, fight 6, which is respectable, 4+ shoot value, but we don't care about that. He is strength 4, defense 6, 3 attacks, 3 wins, courage 5, 3 might, 3 will, 1 fate. The 1 fate sucks, but his defense 6, he should be able to take it. He has got his Elven Blade Duritas, and it's an Elven Made hand and half sword. So he's got an Elven Made Blade, fantastic, an evil hero with an Elven Made Blade, absolutely phenomenal, love it. His heroic actions come with Heroic Strike and Heroic Challenge. Right, Heroic Strike is fantastic, we need that. Heroic Challenge, very rare you're going to use that. Yeah, unless you want to pin down a spellcaster or something like that who's a hero of legend, Saruman for example, you're probably not going to use it. You give him an armoured horse if you want for 15 points, which is worth doing 100%. Gives him the charge bonuses, so he's running in with 4 attacks, knocking people prone, doing 8 attacks on them at strength 4. He's got Blood and Glory, so when he kills a hero he gets his might back. Unyielding combat stance, which is fantastic. Basically what that is if for any reason he was going to get knocked prone, so if he gets knocked off his horse or if he gets charged by a cavalry model, instead of just being knocked prone, you roll a dice on a 4+, he stays on his feet. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. He's got Phalanx, so basically that means he can give away 3 models rather than 2. And the Gleaming Horde, so shield wall for horses, which is really good. Then we've got Herald of Victory. All Easterling models treat Amdor as a banner. Should Amdor kill the enemy leader in combat, and it has to be the leader, the range of this banner increases to 6 inches. So he can become a 6-inch banner. He can kill the leader, definitely. Which is fantastic. We've got Lord of Blades, and this is what really makes him. Whenever an enemy model in combat with Amdor declares a heroic strike, he may immediately declare the same heroic action for free. If Amdor has already declared any kind of heroic actions, he may change his choice, but he does not gain any might points expended. So you can strike for free, which is horrific. If I get Strider in on him, and I'll go, do I strike or don't I strike? I have to call it first. If I call it first, he can copy it and get it for free. Oh no, what do I do? Well, I kind of want to call it, because we're the same fight. So I'll call it anyway, and he'll probably get it for free. If I don't call it, he will call it, and then he'll outfight me. So, you see? It's given your opponent a really hard choice in that situation. It's fantastic, I love it. Easterling Dragon Knight next. 65 points. Oh, just before I forget, Amdor, I do believe, is a hero of valor. So, yes, he is. The Dragon Knight is only a minor hero. And what do you get for these 65 points? Well, you get a fantastic hero. That's what you get. He is movement 6, fight 5, 4+ shoot value, strength 4, defense 6, 3 attacks. 3 attacks, that is insane. 2 wounds, courage 4, 2 might, no will, no fate. So he is relatively squishy, kind of. Sorry about it if you can hear the bells in the background. The church is going nuts every hour on the hour. Lovely noise. Anyway, so yeah, we've got heavy armor on him and 2 swords. And he's got heroic strike, which is awesome. 65 point hero, 2 might, 3 attacks with strike. Yeah, I'm all about that. He can have an armoured horse as well for 15 points. Stick him on an armoured horse, without a doubt. Okay, because then he's got 4 attacks on the charge. It's absolutely nuts. He's got Blood and Glory as well. Unyielding Combat Stance, which I've already mentioned what it does. Phalanx, I've mentioned. And Gleaming Horde, which I've mentioned. He's got Shield of Blades. Nuts. Dragon Knights can use the shielding rule whilst armed with 2 swords. Crazy. You can shield with this guy. So, you can roll 6 dice if you're like surrounded, and you're probably going to roll a 6. And then Knights of the Dragon Cult. The Dragon Knight may only include Easterling models with a Black Dragon upgrade in their warband. That's fine. Okay, I could deal with that. Then we've got Easterling Captain. 55 points. He's a hero of fortitude, and he is fight 4, 4+ shoot value, strength 4, defense 6, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, courage 4. He's got 2 might, 1 will, 1 fate, and he comes with heavy armor and an Easterling glaive, which is a 1.5 axe. So he's got access to piercing strike. Fantastic. I love piercing strike. So he can go up to strength 5. Sorry. He's got heroic march because he's just captain. But you can swap his Easterling glaive for an armoured horse and sword for 10 points. Up to you. I do like the glaive, and he's good in a shield wall. He can have a bow, 5 points, and a shield. Give him a shield, without a doubt. Defense 7 captain is absolutely disgusting. He's got phalanx and the Gleaming Horde. So, yep, give him a shield, stick him in with your pipe block. He'll do you proud, right at the front. Easterling War Priest, 60 points, hero of fortitude. He is move 6. Fight 3. He's not a fighter. 4+ shoot value. Strength 3, defense 5, 1 attack, 2 wounds, courage 4. 1 might, 3 will, 1 fate. And this is such a cool model. He comes with heavy armor and an Easterling battle stave. It can be used as a spear or a 2-handed axe. So he can have the +1 with piercing strike if you want to wound, or you can just stick him as a spear support. But if he's in combat, you're probably doing something wrong. It's not even worth it. His fight value won't add anything to it. He's got heroic channeling because he's a priest, and you can give him an armoured horse 15 points. His magical powers: Blade Wrath, 6-inch casting, 2+ to cast. Fury Easterlings, 6-inch casting, 3+ to cast. Right. When we get to the competitive side of this, I will mention a combo that I do all the time with him. It's so good. Okay? You will not regret it. Now we're moving on to Khamûl the Easterling. 120 point for this ring wraith. Hero of Valor. He is fight 5, which is pretty good. Strength 4, defense 8, 1 attack, 1 wound, courage 6. He's got 2 might, 12 will, and 2 fate. So pretty standard wraith, just a little bit less will. He's got heavy armor and a sword. He can use heroic channeling. He's got heroic strike, which is awesome, and heroic challenge. You can give him an armoured fell beast for 70 points, a fell beast for 50 points, armoured horse for 15, or a horse for 10. And he's got Harbinger of Evil, Terror, or Will of Evil. And his Essence Leech, active ability: if Khamûl makes strikes against an enemy model which causes a wound, he instantly regains a single point of will spent earlier in the battle for each wound caused, unless the wound is saved by a point of fate or similar special rule. But you can't go beyond his starting of 12. Additionally, Khamûl can spend a single point of will at the start of the fight phase before heroic actions are declared, and increase either his fight value, strength, or attacks by 1 for the remainder of the fight phase. That's not bad. You can get him up to fight 6 or strength 5. 2 attacks, yeah, sure. If you stick him on a horse, that brings him up to 3 attacks. That's quite good. Note, if he is mounted, Khamûl will only ever increase his own fight strength or attacks, not those possessed by the mount, which is fair. He's got trained courage, which is 12 inches, cast on 3+, transfix 12 inches 4+, compel 12 inches 5+, instill fear 3 inches 5+, sap will 12 inches 5+, and black dart 12 inches 6+. For him, absolutely stick him on a fell beast. I would. The fell beast is fantastic, and he's pretty good in combat for a wraith. I like sticking wraiths on fell beasts. So yeah, if not, at least a horse. Let me put it this way: if you stick him on a fell beast, he suddenly becomes, well, he'll still be fight 5, so you can use his will point to make him go up to fight 6, because you use his own fight value, because the fell beast is only fight 5. Then your strength 6 because of the fell beast, with 2 attacks, 3 attacks on a charge because of monstrous charge, and 3, well, the fell beast's got 3 wounds, courage 3, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, being able to be fight 6 at strength 6 with 3 attacks is pretty tasty. So yeah. The only downside is, for some reason, I don't know why, tell me in the comment section down below, the ring wraith, if he was riding a fell beast, is slain or dismounted, this creature automatically fails its courage test and flees the battlefield. Why the hell do wargs stick around? They're like 7 points, when this 50-point model monster that I have paid points for runs automatically. I don't know. It must be something lore-wise, because it makes absolutely no sense to me. I hate it. It's courage 3, so it could pass a courage test. I don't get it. That's my only pet peeve with it. Because it can't just be me, but dismounting heroes is extremely easy in this game. I think it is. I can dismount a hero pretty much guaranteed every game. But maybe that's the factions I'm using. I don't know. It just seems silly to me. Now onto the warriors. We have got the Easterling Warrior for 7 points. He is move 6, fight 3, shoot value of 4+, strength 3, defense 5, 1 attack, 1 wound, courage 3. Heavy armor, a sword or a dagger. So you give him a sword, obviously. You can give him a banner for 25 points, upgrading to a black dragon for 2 points. Pike is 1 point, shield is 1 point, and bow is 1 point. Black dragons basically have fight value and courage value of 4. So 2 points at 1 point per, which, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'll give them that. And then they've got the phalanx special rule. So Easterling models can use pikes and shields at the same time without any penalty, which is fantastic. Should an Easterling model on foot with this special rule lose a duel roll, up to 2 other models that also have the phalanx special rule can make way instead of 1. Awesome. And people often say you want at least 1 rank of your pike block to be black dragons to get the fight value 4 in there. So yeah, 2 points seems quite expensive, and the Easterlings are expensive, but they can go up to defense 6, you know. So yeah, I mean, I always thought they were quite elite from the books, but apparently not. They're only fight 3 and courage 3. But hey ho, who cares? Easterling Katapharax. We've got 14 points for these guys. They are move 6, obviously move 10 because I'm cavalry. Fight 3, 4+ shoot value, strength 3, defense 6, however, because they come with a shield. 1 attack, 1 wound, courage 3. So yeah, they come heavy armor, shield, sword, and armoured horse. You can give them a banner for 25, a war drum, Easterlings for 15, and upgrade to black dragons for 2 points each. They've got phalanx, and they've got gleam and horde, which I've mentioned already. They get +1 to their defense. So yeah, it's like shield wall, but for horses. And that's the Easterlings. Initial thoughts: high defense. They can throw out a lot of attacks in one combat by being pikes. They get what Isengard wish they had, where they can make way for 2 models rather than 1. And they've got shield wall horses, and even heroes, if they don't have a shield, they still get the shield wall. So that's pretty good. So they go up to defense 7 horse riders, and it applies to their horses as well. So their armoured horses go up 1 defense, which is fantastic. It stops them getting shot from under their feet. So are Easterlings competitive? Well, honestly, I wish that GW would give them something else. They need a legendary legion, absolutely. If the next supplement does not have an Easterling thing in it, I'll be very upset. because they need something. Everything else has got something. God forbid they give Rohan anything else. Nothing against Rohan, but Rohan have literally everything. Okay, Gondor's got enough as well. So yeah, let's go to the lesser played, factions. So I'm not gonna expect a Far Harad Legendary Legion, but it would be nice. Maybe even any of the lesser known faction, a Moria one, anything like that. Something different than the typical poster armies, if that makes sense. But yeah, we'll go over the list that I've got here. So first place, Alastair King from the Great British Hobbit League. Again, absolutely love their page. Check them out. Got all the Middle Earth strategy battle game stuff you need, followed by events. Do attend their events. They're absolutely fantastic. I plan to absolutely smash as many events as I can out in the future. All Great British Hobbit League if I can, because they're really good. But this is a 700 point list, and I did not write this list again, just so you know, it is Alastair King's list. He has got Amdor on horse. Okay, of course, you've got to bring him. 6 times Easterling Warriors with shields, 6 times Easterling Warriors with shields and pikes, 2 Easterling Catapharax, and a war drum. He's got a War Priest, 6 times Easterling Warriors, shields, 6 times Easterling Warriors, shields and pikes, and then a Dragon Knight armoured horse, 4 times Black Dragons, shields and pikes, and then copy and paste for the next warband. So straight away he's got the war drum that allows him to get around the board pretty much as quick as he can, bringing up his infantry to movement 9, which is only 1 inch off cavalry. Cavalry obviously get the extra 5 inches to their movement. Then you've got the Amdor, very solid killing hero with 2 Dragon Knights. So that is 3 heroes that can really get in and beat some stuff up with 4 attacks on the charge. But I absolutely love that. And the War Priest, two roles the War Priest can play. He can do the Fury bubble. So, Fury's okay. Makes him immune to courage, which is fantastic against things like Angmar or Army of the Dead. So, yeah. And then I know for a fact that, you can use my strategy that I use with the War Priest. And basically, what the strategy for the War Priest is you get Amdor, for example. This is just an example. Amdor charges Strider, okay? Or King Elisol, Boromir, whoever. Boromir. Give him the best chances of making this absolute wombo combo work. Even if you don't go into him. But yeah, we'll go with Boromir. He's charged Boromir with his horse, okay? So, not only does he have 3 attacks, if Boromir's dismounted, he's got 4 attacks on the charge. You cast Blade Wrath on him with the War Priest. And what that means is you can pick 1 friendly model within range, and in the fight phase, all strikes made by this model are resolved at strength 6, regardless of other modifiers. That's really good. That's really good. But this is where it gets really dumb. You channel it for 1 might point. He goes up to strength 10. Strength 10. So you can literally go up to Sauron. Okay, the Dark Lord himself. Charge Amdor up, and if you're really lucky, you can get some other cavalry and try and trap him. Okay, because you're quick enough to do it. Dark Lord is not that quick. This works against the Balrog as well, anything like that. You can strike still with Amdor's Might to bring him up to a high fight value. So if you're going against fight 10 models or slightly lower, Boromir. Okay, and then all your attacks will be resolved at strength 10. So imagine if you trap Boromir, even if you don't have the cav bonus because he's on a horse himself, that's still trap Boromir, 6 strength 10 hits on him. You're wounding him on 3s easily. Going against Dark Lord again, let's say you win the fight, you manage to get to fight 10, you've got an Elven Made Blade, which means you win ties a lot more easily. On a 1 or a 2, they win, 3 plus you win. Or whatever way around you're doing it. It depends who you decided is playing evil. But if they bring in the Dark Lord or the Balrog, they're probably evil. Then you're wounding the Balrog on 3s. You're wounding Sauron on 4s. I think the Balrog's 4s as well. So you're wounding these 2 absolute units on 4s. If they're trapped, that is 6 strength 10 hits you're throwing at him. And I know Sauron is a beast and will come back to life, but that'll still break the enemy army. So, yeah, just saying. That is the massive wombo combo that I can think of, which I love using, and it really hurts people's souls. But yeah, competitive-wise, they are good. They have spanked me a few times in the past, absolutely destroyed me. But I've also destroyed them in turn at events. I want to apologise for my voice. For some reason, I've lost it. I do sing as like a hobby, and unfortunately, I've chosen metal as my chosen, art form. So I must have not warmed up properly the other day. But that's it. Easterlings, amazing. I love them. They look cool. High defense, tons of attacks, and some pretty cool tricks you can do. Yeah, you want to be putting them into pike blocks with some black dragons in there. You can use war drum to get them around quicker. Happy days. Anyway, that's it for this faction review. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do hit the like button so I know people like faction reviews. And if you're feeling especially saintly today, do consider subscribing. Even if you don't do either of those things, I still hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.